What's up everybody, AnimeX here, and in this video I will be adding another part into the What If Minato Survive series. This is due to you guys, in part, hitting yesterday's like goal so quickly, and it's also in part due to me wanting to start checking off some of the what ifs off the checklist, and this is one of, if not the main one that I want to basically check off. This means that as long as you guys continue to hit the like goal for the series, I'll continue to put these what ifs out consecutively. So I hope you enjoy this what if series because you'll be seeing a lot of it for the next few videos if you guys can continue to hit the like goals. Speaking of, the like goal for this video is 3,000 likes, so make sure to hit the like button if you want this series to continue. Anyways, as usual, I'll be recapping the last part of the what if before jumping into the new material. So without further ado, let's get started. Now, in the last part of this what if, really we were just establishing everything. I was just setting up the story, basically getting a lot of the background information out of the way, talking about the relationship that Naruto now has with maybe some of the villagers, and just with many of the people that he would go to school with, mainly being Sasuke Uchiha himself. We also briefly talked about, or I briefly touched upon, Kushina and Naruto's relationship, along with Naruto's relationship to some of Minato's past friends or comrades or even students, being Kakashi for one. And yeah, that's where basically we were going throughout that what if. And we last left off with Minato arriving home from his work with the Hokage's office, and we basically left off with Minato getting ready to train or spar with Naruto. So that's where we'll jump right back into the story. Now, like I said, we last left off with Minato arriving home and Naruto and Minato being ready to fight or spar. Now, as soon as Naruto challenges Minato, they walk outside, making sure that they don't mess with anything within the house, mostly in part due to the fear that Kushina will body slam them if they do. Now, after stepping outside, Minato holds up a few bells and attaches them to his belt. Alright, Naruto, you know how the bell test works. You have 3 hours to go for these bells and attempt to get them. Naruto nods and then starts charging up his chakra. Alright, Dad, this time I'm gonna get the bells. For real this time. Minato smiles, and instantly, Naruto then makes 10 shadow clones, and they all charge directly towards Minato. Minato calmly takes out his kunai and rushes through all of these shadow clones, cutting through them like butter, and then runs towards the real Naruto. Minato throws a punch towards Naruto's face, and Naruto is able to duck under this punch and leap away. If he makes contact with me just once, I know I'm done for. Naruto is aware of Minato's sealing abilities and the ability to place flying Raijin seals onto Naruto just through physical contact, so he knows that physical contact will be instant lose for him. Naruto then stops himself and makes more shadow clones. This time making 20 clones, he sends 10 of them directly towards Minato, and the other shadow clones spread out over the battlefield, making themselves hidden, lowering their chakra and suppressing themselves, while the real Naruto charges towards Minato with the clones. When the real Naruto attacks with a flurry of kunai attacks that Minato is able to basically dodge with ease. Come on, Naruto, you should be able to come up with better plans than this, right? Minato then throws a kunai in the air and kicks Naruto away from him. As Naruto flies backwards, he checks his arms for any flying Raijin seals and realizes that, for some reason, Minato decided not to tag him. Then, just as he's about to get his bearings, he sees a kunai whip past his face at high speeds, and then instantly the sound of a Rasengan hits his ears right before it hits him in the face. This makes a small explosion with a plume of smoke and sends him crashing once more hard into the ground. Ah, damn it. Naruto gets up quickly, searching for his dad, hoping that he can possibly keep up with the movement of the yellow flash. Naruto then hears the sound of the flying thunder god activating and turns around to see his dad palm strike him in the chest. This sends Naruto flying away once more, and Naruto looks down to see that his chest has been hit with a seal. And then, Minato uses Flying Raijin level 2 to appear right above Naruto before slamming him once more into the ground with a Rasengan. Minato then picks up the injured Naruto up and puts a kunai to his throat. This is my win, Naruto. Naruto then looks back up at his dad and has a small grin on his face. No, it's mine. Naruto then poofs, revealing that it was a shadow clone the entire time, and for a split second, Minato is stunned and tries to think back to when Naruto could have possibly stitched him out for a clone. Now, before he's able to come to a solid conclusion, however, 10 Shadow Clones that had hidden earlier in the fight launch a kunai with strings attached to them. These kunai wrap around Minato's body and tighten very quickly, injuring him slightly and continuing his state of confusion. The real Naruto then starts charging at Minato from behind a large tree that he had hidden himself in. "You're finished, Dad!" Naruto then moves faster, starting to blur his features, and appears right next to Minato, then swings his arm towards a string, trying to detach the kunai, or detach the bell from the string. As this happens, Minato decides that he may need to show his son a hint of his true speed, and decides to kick it up a notch. He then yanks his arms towards him, launching the Shadow Clones out of the trees and making them disappear, and then, before Naruto can even perceive or really react, Minato places his palm on Naruto's forehead, then teleports Naruto directly to another kunai, and then Naruto then just appears in a different area, charging at full speed before running headfirst into a tree. This is really just due to Naruto not really being able to comprehend what had happened, seeing as how he was instantly teleported into a different position, and he just continued charging, thinking that he was attacking Minato. Naruto hits his head so hard that he actually loses feeling in his body for a few seconds and basically loses consciousness as Minato wins the match. Now, after doing this, Minato gasps out loud as he realizes that he may have taken on his son, or he may have taken his son as too much of a threat, and might have hurt him a bit too much. He then rushes over to the nearly unconscious Naruto and walks him inside before placing him gently on his bed. Minato slowly walks out of Naruto's room, trying to get Naruto some ice for his head from the refrigerator. As he does this, he sees Kushina leaning on the wall and looking at Minato with an intense stare. Minato starts sweating as Kushina stares at him like that, and he starts nervously laughing. "Hey, honey, how was..." Kushina cuts Minato off, with her hair starting to turn brighter red, along with her hair floating in the air. "Did you give our baby boy a concussion?" Minato's eyes dart back and forth. He feels more nervous in this instance than he ever has in his life, and he's faced a full power Raikage before. "Well, Kushina, it's just because of how strong Naruto has gotten lately. I really had to take him seriously." Kushina's hair then drops back down, and her hair, usually red hair, turns a little bit less glowing. It's she's seemingly not as angry as the conversation starts steering towards a more serious direction. Kushina and Minato then sit down in the kitchen. "Naruto has gotten amazingly strong, Minato. I agree. But do you think he's strong enough to face Madara Uchiha?" Minato shakes his head. No, of course not. He's not nearly strong enough. He's not nearly strong enough yet, Kushina, but I think Naruto is well on his way to reaching that strength. I think Naruto having Kakashi as his Jonin instructor, and possibly him training with Jiraiya to get a head start on Sage Mode, could really help him become strong. Maybe even strong enough where he won't need the Kyuubi. Kushina then looks down at the floor before looking up at Minato. "Alright, but remember, no matter how much we want him to become strong, we have to keep in mind that Naruto is still our child, and we shouldn't push him too hard. It is our job to protect him after all. We shouldn't push all of it onto him." Minato nods. "I have Jiraiya looking into a organization for me, but when he finishes his journey, he should be able to visit Naruto and train him for a bit, in my absence, of course." After a little bit of empty air or just silence between the two, Minato and Kushina get up and head to bed. The next day, Naruto wakes up groggy and with a throbbing headache. He shakes his head up a bit and then slowly realizes that he needs to get ready to meet with Kakashi along with the rest of his team, and he gets up, ignoring the throbbing pain in his head. He quickly puts on all of his clothes and rushes out of the door as quickly as he can, rushing down the streets of Konoha and heading back to the academy, hopefully for the last time. Now, as he approaches the academy, he sees Sasuke, Uchiha, and Sakura Haruno enter the building as well, and they all walk into the classroom and wait there for a couple of minutes together before Kakashi himself enters. Now, upon arrival, Kakashi's one eye glances over to Naruto, and the two make eye contact for a very brief but very intense second, before Kakashi directs the entire team to regroup back onto the top of the building. After doing this, Kakashi starts asking them what their desires are for being shinobi, and what they truly wish to accomplish. Sasuke and Sakura's desire is exactly what it would be in the original, but Naruto's, while similar to how it would be in the original story of Naruto, is slightly different. And as Kakashi directs his question towards him, Naruto stands up. My goal is simple. Become a shinobi. No. Become a Hokage who surpasses the legend of the first Hokage, the second Hokage, the third Hokage, and even the Yellow Flash. Kakashi looks somewhat surprised when Naruto says this, but really he shouldn't be. Naruto is always seen in the shadow of Minato. Kakashi's aware of this, and Kakashi knows how Naruto feels about this. So, after hearing this, he just smirks. You all have some interesting goals, but regardless of that, follow me. Kakashi then leaps off of the building and leaps from building to building with Team 7 following in close pursuit. Upon reaching a secluded area within the village, Kakashi pulls out a few bells. Naruto furrows his eyebrows as he realizes what this is. Oh no, not another bell test. Oh. Naruto groans in annoyance as he looks at Kakashi. Do we really have to do this? I just did one yesterday. Sasuke looks at Naruto puzzled, and quickly Naruto turns to explain to Sakura and Sasuke what the bell test is about. So, long story short, this test is about teamwork, guys. So, let's get our roles into battle right now. Since I'm clearly the fastest one on the team, I'll be the one who keeps Kakashi occupied with close combat, high-level taijutsu. Sasuke, you're likely the only one with mid to long-range combative ninjutsu, so you'll stay a little back and provide covering fire with, well, fire-style jutsu. And Sakura, if I'm recalling correctly, you have an affinity to genjutsu, and you were pretty good at that when we were in the academy. So if he uses something like that on us, it's up to you to help us, okay? Make sure to be on standby to save us from genjutsu. Everyone nods, accepting their roles, along with Naruto's leadership abilities, very quickly. Naruto then turns back to Kakashi, who is waiting with his book in his hand. Hey, Uncle Kakashi. I have 3 goals in this test. Kakashi glances up from his book. What are those goals, Minato's son? Naruto has a van pop up on his forehead when Kakashi says this, as he hates being addressed by who he is related to and not who he genuinely is as a person, and Kakashi knows this and is really just goading him. I'll make you regret that, first of all. Anyways, first goal is to make you fight me with both of your hands and put away that stupid book. The second goal is to make you show off your Sharingan, and the third goal is to cut the bells from your waist. Kakashi then yawns. Let's see if you can truly do that then. Naruto then smiles. Here I come. As soon as the sound leaves Naruto's mouth, he heads towards Kakashi and throws a kick that he is able to block with only one hand. Although Naruto arrived to Kakashi even before his declaration did. Then, in the position Kakashi and Naruto are in, they hear the sound, they hear the utter declaration that Naruto had just given after Naruto had thrown the kick. Naruto takes a slight moment of hesitation from Kakashi to pull himself free and leap at him with another punch, this time forcing Kakashi to drop his book and block Naruto's strike with both hands. Looks like I already fulfilled the first goal. Naruto then pushes himself away from Kakashi as a fireball heads directly towards him, consuming him with a mass of flames. Keep it up, Sasuke. Kakashi leaps out of these flames, somewhat confused and unable to see with the roaring fire around him. Naruto takes advantage of this and kicks Kakashi in the stomach, which knocks him back. Naruto then leaps some odd 20 meters away and starts charging a massive amount of chakra and directing it directly into his legs and arms, essentially negating any strength or durability within any other part of his body. Alright, Kakashi. Now it's time to make you reveal your Sharingan. Naruto then weaves a few hand seals and activates a jutsu, although Kakashi can't seem to tell what happened. Looks like it's time to live up to my dad's name of the Yellow Flash and really show you how fast that title truly needs to be. Naruto then rushes towards Kakashi. Kakashi doesn't notice any movement until Naruto's knees are embedding themselves into Kakashi's jaw. After Kakashi goes flying into the dirt, Naruto decides to boast. I could have taken the bells right there, Kakashi, but I wanted to force you to reveal your Sharingan. I would do it unless you want to lose to a mere genin. Naruto then disappears once more and punches Kakashi in the stomach, moving like a blur before leaping back 20 meters away. Naruto this time makes a clone in place of him and activates the body flicker technique, which he saw his dad use yesterday and is allowing him to move this fast. Naruto then, once again, appears next to Kakashi and sends a kick his way. This time, Kakashi's only barely able to parry, but he is able to move much more than he was in response to this kick than he was others. This surprises Naruto, who expected Kakashi to have to use a Sharingan in order to perceive him, and Kakashi just scoffs. You're getting slower, Naruto. Your body flicker was pretty decent, but apparently you don't have the stamina to keep it up. I can see right through your movements now. Naruto then starts getting annoyed and tries again. We'll see about that, Kakashi. Naruto then disappears once more, reappearing behind Kakashi. However, before he's able to get off a successful hit, Kakashi turns around and punches Naruto square in the nose, which puts him flat on his back. Kakashi then looks down at Naruto as he sees him laying on the ground, injured and defenseless. What were those goals of yours, Naruto? Repeat them for me, would you? Kakashi then walks over and kneels down next to Naruto, who's lying in pain. But before I say my goals, I'll tell you this. If you had taken me seriously and used your Sharingan, you would have been able to keep the bells. Kakashi's eyes then widens as Naruto forms a Rasengan within his palm. Naruto then slams it into Kakashi's stomach, and even though this was a direct hit, Naruto was not able to fully form the Rasengan, so Kakashi is then only launched into a spinning motion rather than being successfully injured from the entire attack. Naruto then flickers over to the vulnerable Kakashi, using the last of his chakra in order to use body flicker. Goal 1. Make you use both arms. Check. Kakashi then turns around, stopping himself as Sasuke launches a fireball jutsu, and Naruto makes clones that attack Kakashi at all angles that he could possibly attempt to escape from. Kakashi then whips out the Sharingan and genjutsus Naruto along with his clones. Just before the fireball hits, Kakashi is able to leap away. Sakura then realizes that it's her time to help, and she runs over to Naruto and is able to release him from outside of the genjutsu. Naruto wakes up and rushes towards Kakashi. He swipes at his face with a kunai, and Kakashi ducks under this attack. Goal number 2. Force you to use your Sharingan. Check. Now, there's only one more goal on that bucket list, and that's to take the bells right now. Naruto then, with his free hand, grips the bells in his hand and kicks his feet onto Kakashi's Chunin vest, or Jonin vest I should say, separating the two and snagging Naruto, along with the rest of the team, the bells. Final goal. Take the bells. Naruto then turns to Sakura and Sasuke as he has a huge smile on his face. Good job, Team 7. And that, everybody, is where I'm going to end Part 2 to the remastered version of What If Minato Survived. If you guys did enjoy and want me to basically hurry up and finish this series that I probably should have finished a while back, make sure to hit the like button. The like goal is, I don't know, I thought 2,000 likes would be pretty high for you guys on this What If, but hey, you guys were able to body slam the like button better than I expected you to, so maybe I'm wrong here. Maybe you're able to just, just draw from some power, right? Maybe because you guys been listening to this, you're able to just form some power of your own. Anyways, 3,000 likes is the like goal for this. So if you guys are able to hit it, especially within a day or like within a good amount of time, that I'll be able to see the progress that you guys will be making. I'll definitely make sure to put out a part 2. If you guys cannot, I'll just continue on with the trend of bringing back some old what ifs, seeing how they do on the channel, and just moving on from there. As usual, or just like as I normally do, I'll leave links to my social media along with my second channel down below. Like I said in yesterday's video, I will post on the second channel soon enough, so hope to see you guys there. If not Friday, then I'll make sure to post Saturday, so just keep that in mind. Links to my Discord, Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff down below. Being pretty active on my Twitter lately, so you might want to go over there and check it out. Anyways, as for all the people wondering what if I was in Naruto, I'd probably put that out on the weekend, maybe double post that day. Not 100% sure. Anyways, as usual, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, guys, this is Anime X, signing off.